Hello, and welcome to your cranial nerve examination. Feel free to take a seat. Okay. So, according to your medical history, it appears that your last cranial nerve exam that you had with us was on February 15th, 2015. Does that sound correct? Okay. So as it has been quite some time since your last visit here with us, I would just like to get your updated vitals. Is that alright? Okay, excellent. So, I'd like to just check your heart rate and your lungs as well as your blood pressure. Okay. So feel free to get nice and relaxed, and I'll be checking your heart rate first. Okay. So I'm just going to warm up the stethoscope so that it's not cold for you. Okay. Very good, nice heart rate. Okay, and now I will be listening to your lungs. Nice deep breath in and out. Great, and again, breathe in and out. Great. And the other side. Okay. And breathe in and out. And breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. Okay. So now I'm just going to be taking your blood pressure. So if you could just relax your arm for me. If you could just place your arm in the sleeve for me. Excellent. Okay. Very good. Okay. Very good. And now I'm just going to be taking your blood pressure. On your other arm. So if you could just relax that arm and place it in the sleeve for me. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, very good. Okay, excellent. So I'm just going to remove your arm from the sleeve. Okay. Okay, so now feel free to relax your arm. Just remove this equipment out of the way. Okay, so now I'm just going to be putting that information into the system so that we can have that updated for you. Okay. Okay, so that is all your information updated. So as it has been a little bit of time since your last cranial nerve exam, do you remember what a cranial nerve exam includes? Okay, I'm very happy to remind you. So a cranial nerve exam tests the major nerves that supply to your face as well as your neck. these nerves all serve a purpose from your ability to smell, see, as well as function. And with a few brief and basic tests today, I will be able to study each of the nerves individually to see how they are functioning. Okay, are you happy to begin? Very good. So I'm just going to begin by putting on a pair of gloves. And then I will be looking at each of the cranial nerves one by one to see how they're doing. So the first test that I will be performing today is on your olfactory nerve, which is your sensory for smell. And before I begin that test today, I would just like to ask you, have you noticed any changes in your sense of smell recently? Okay. So the way that I will be performing this test today is that I will be asking you to smell a few different common scents, and I would like you to let me know what scents you think they are. Okay, so I'm going to be covering each of your nostrils individually as I do this, and I would like if you could just close your eyes for me. Okay. So I'm going to be covering this nostril. You let me know what scent you think this is, and feel free to take your time. Very good. And the next scent, and I'm going to be covering your other nostril now. Take your time. Correct. And did you notice any difference in the scent in either nostril? Did the scent seem stronger or weaker in either of your nostrils? Okay. The next scent. And I'm not going to be covering either of your nostrils for this one. Correct. And the next scent. I'm just going to be covering this nostril. Very good. The last scent is going to be covering your other nostril. Perfect. Very good. So, just write down a few notes in regards to that. Okay. So the next nerve that I will be testing is your optic nerve, which is your sensory for vision. This nerve supplies sensory stimuli to your retina, and I'll be checking today for how your eyes accommodate to light, as well as for pupil constriction. I will be performing this test today by covering one of your eyes and shining a light in the other, as well as examining each of your eyes both with and without a light. And then we will move on to a Snellen chart. Okay? Are you ready to begin? Okay. So I'm just going to be taking a look at each of your eyes individually first with this light. Just feel free to relax both of your eyes and try to look straight forward for me if you can. Okay, great. Very good. I'm also just going to be gently pressing around your eye that feel okay? Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to be covering this eye now. And I'm just going to be moving the light in and out of your vision just to see how your other eye accommodates. Okay. Very good. And your other eye. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just going to take a little bit more of a thorough look at the eye. See how your pupil constricts. Okay. Okay. And just checking again. For your accommodation to light. Okay. And the other eye again. Slightly slower this time. Okay. Very good. Okay, so now I would like if you could just focus your vision on one of my shoulders, and then I will be bringing my finger into your field of view. Okay. So just focus on my shoulder. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, very good. And the last test that I will be performing today on your olfactory nerve is asking you to please follow this Snellen chart. So I'm going to be pointing to different lines or different letters, and I would like you to try with the best of your ability to let me know what those letters are. Okay, so let's begin with the top line. And what about this line? Okay, and the next line. Very good. And the next line. Take your time. And the next line. Very good. And would you like to try the next line? Okay. And the next line. Okay. And would you like to try the bottom line? Okay. Very good. Okay, so for your next test, I will be testing 3 of your cranial nerves at the same time. I will be testing your trochlear, oculomotor, and abductor nerves, which control the motor functions for your eyeball movement and pupil constriction. I will be testing these nerves today by asking you to follow my finger, follow a light, and follow the directions of my fingers. Okay, so if you could please follow my finger from side to side, as well as up and down. Very good. And we're going to be conducting this test for a minute or so. Left, right, left, right, up, down, up, down, left, right, left, right, up, down, up. Very good. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down, up, down, up, down. And now I'm going to move my finger from afar, closer and closer towards your nose. Okay, and again. Let me know when my finger becomes blurry. Okay, and one more time. Okay, very good. So now I will be drawing the letter H with my finger, and I would like if you could just follow my finger as I do so. Okay. Very good. And if you could just follow my finger as I create a shape. And again. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, very good. And now, I would like if you could just follow the light for me with your eyes. Okay. Great. And we'll just be doing the side to side and up and down motions with the light. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Very good. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Very good. Just continue following that light. Try to keep your head still. Very good. A little closer. Okay, very good. Feel free now to just relax your eyes. Okay, so for your next test, I will be testing your trigeminal nerve, which is sensory to the bottom 2/3 of your face. I will be testing this nerve today by putting different soft and fairly sharp objects against your lower cheek, and I would just like you to let me know which objects you think are sharp or soft. Okay, so just relax your mouth. What do you think? Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. Very good. 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 Very good. Good, good, good. 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 Perfect. 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 And for the last test on your trigeminal nerve, I would just like to ask you to bite down for me, and I'm just going to be touching your jaw as you do so. Okay, very good, and if you could just hold that bite for just a moment. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Okay, now feel free to just relax your mouth. Okay, so for your next test, I will be testing your facial nerve. Your facial nerve supplies the sensory to your cornea, as well as the motor functions for your facial expressions. So we're going to be splitting up testing your facial nerve into two parts today. So before I begin this test today, I would just like to ask, do you wear contacts? Okay, so we're first going to begin by testing your sensory function, and I'm going to be testing that function today by gently pressing against your eye, and I would like to see how your eye reacts. Okay. Okay. Very gently. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Just on the corner of your eye. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to be testing the motor functions of that nerve. So I would like you to just raise your eyebrows for me as high up as you can. Okay? And I would like you to now scrunch your eyes. Okay? And now I would like you to blow out your cheeks and resist against my touch. And again. Perfect. Feel free to relax your mouth. Okay, and can you give me a big smile? Very good. And can you try to whistle for me? Okay, very good. And now I would like you to close your lips as tight as possible and resist against my touch. Okay. And one more time. Perfect. Very good. So for the last test for your facial nerve today, I will be giving you a few different basic flavored food swabs, and I would like if you could let me know if they are sweet, salty, bitter, or sour. Okay, so I'm just going to be placing a food swab on your tongue. So if you just put your tongue out for me. Food swab number 1. Take your time. Okay. Food swab number 2. Okay. Food swab number 3. Okay. The last food swab. Excellent, very good. Okay, so for your next test, I will be testing your vestibular cochlear nerve, which supplies the sensory for your hearing, as well as the motor functions for your balance. For this test today, I will only be testing the cochlear part of your nerve. Alright? And to test this part of your nerve today, I am going to be whispering different words into each of your ears, and I would like if you could just repeat them back to me. Okay, very good. Mm-hmm. Purple. Okay. Cube. Mm-hmm. Triangle. Mm-hmm. 61. Mm-hmm. 44. Mm-hmm. Cat. Mm-hmm. Turtle. Okay. Relax. Mm-hmm. 44. Mm-hmm. Pencil. Okay. Apple. Crayon. Brush. Mm-hmm. Keyboard. Mm-hmm. Vanilla. Okay. Pepper. Mm-hmm. Feather. Okay, excellent. Okay, for your next test, I'm going to be testing your glossopharyngeal nerve, which supplies the motor functions in your pharynx and larynx, as well as your sensory for taste. And I'm going to be testing this nerve today by putting a tongue depressor at the back of your mouth. Okay, so if you could just open your mouth for me. Okay. And again. Very good. And one more time. Excellent. Okay, so for your next test, I will be testing your fakest nerve, which supplies the motor to the muscles of your soft palate and vocal cords, as well as your sensory for taste. I will be testing this today by asking you a few simple questions, and I would like if you could just answer them for me. Okay. How old are you? Okay. What is your name? Okay. What is your favorite color? Okay. Can you count down from 10 to 0? Okay. And what is today's date? Perfect. Okay. So now I'm just going to be shining a light down your throat, and I would like if you could just say "ah" for me. Okay. Okay. One more time. Perfect. Okay. So for your next test, I will be testing your accessory nerve, which applies the motor functions in your upper trapezius muscles. To test this nerve today, I would like you to raise your shoulders and resist as I press down on your shoulders. Okay? Very good. And again. Very good. One more time. Excellent. Okay, and for your last test today, I will be testing your hypoglossal nerve, which supplies the motor functions in your tongue muscles. And to test this nerve today, I will just be observing your tongue. So if you could just bring your tongue out for me. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Very good. Perfect. So that concludes your cranial nerve examination. From what I can see today from each of the nerves that I tested, they all appear to be working perfectly. So, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, thank you so much for visiting us today. Take care. Goodbye.